So, a wireless lav mic system for just $50. Can it actually be usable? I guess we'll find out. What's up, Caramel back here, and this time I'm looking at the Fifine K037B. It's a wireless lav mic and also like a headset for less than $50. And we're gonna find out today if this thing is actually usable. So right now I'm using my normal studio mic, which is not even really for video use, but it's what I have on hand. So that's the Neumann TLM103, pretty expensive mic, so of course it sounds good. But I'm gonna switch over to the Fifine wireless mic and we'll see how that sounds. Now, note, of course, this is gonna be quite a big difference, but we'll see how it works in a situation like this. And you actually can't see the mic right now because of the framing, but I do have it on. I just hit it there. Sorry if I killed your ears. But yeah, so this actually isn't really bad for 50 bucks. It's great for like a backup kind of mic. So this is without any noise reduction or any like EQ or compression or anything put on it. It's just straight up, into the camera, Fuji X-T3. Preamps on that aren't really superb, but we'll get into that in another video. So I went and I used this mic for a client shoot. It was in a barbershop, he's cutting some hair and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to show some clips of that and let you guys see how it works like on an actual shoot. One thing I would note, especially for that shot, because the mic was clipped onto like his shirt pocket, which is pretty high up, and he's like looking down, so there was a lot of breath noise the first time I used the mic without the little wind muff thing that it comes with. So I would definitely use that, especially if the person's like breathing, a lot, like kind of near the mic. It's gonna help cut that down quite a bit. So let's get to the shots.
You been there before?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, usually got a mic.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Oh, that? Okay. Yeah, usually, I think I've been here 3 times, you said?
I like computer work. Computer field.
Okay. Like what kind of computer work?
Like repair and building.
Oh, okay. You ever made your own PC before?
I made one for myself though.
Something I wish I knew how to do. I know the parts, but I never really put it together.
What do you do now?
I'm in finance.
That would have been my first guess.
Why is that?
Majority of young people, they go into finance field.
It's pretty lucrative field, I can't lie.
Sideburns, pointed straight.
Dude, we just share tomorrow.
So just to note, right now I have the Fuji X-T3 on negative 18.5, I believe, for the external volume. So it doesn't need like a whole lot of gain to it. But from there I do, boost it up higher. As you hear right now, it sounds kind of really mid-heavy. There's not a whole lot of bass. One way you can solve that is by cutting down the mids, and particularly, at least for my voice or whatever, I cut right at like 1K. You might want to experiment with that, maybe a bit higher or lower. But cutting down to 1K for me really brings down that mid-heavy sound and kind of accentuates the bass some more. And then you can even add some to the bass, maybe boost up like 200 megahertz or so. That just gives you like a more balanced sound rather than having like a really, just kind of boxed in kind of sound to it. So now I'm gonna switch over to a cleaned up version of the audio. I use just like a built-in noise reduction plugin on DaVinci Resolve, which is actually what I'm using now. In terms of battery life, I'd say I got a good like 2 hours about on the receiver and the transmitter. Even though both of them use different batteries, one uses like AAA, one uses AA, they both seem to last about the same amount of time. I think the transmitter probably died first, and then the receiver gave up shortly after that. Definitely, keep some backup batteries on you. Yeah, I'd say about 2 hours would be a pretty good estimate about how much life you would get off of just one pair of batteries. So in terms of mounting the receiver to your camera, they actually don't have like a hot shoe on it, which I found kind of weird. However, I was able to find a really good accessory for that on Amazon. It's made for Sennheiser receivers, but I just used like some Gorilla Glue, or you could use maybe like Velcro tape or something like that, and you could just put it right on the bottom of it. I just glued mine down because I'm not really gonna use that for anything else, I don't think. And it was super cheap. It was like 12-13 bucks, I believe. I'll put a link for that down in the description in case you guys get this or you have another receiver and you need like an extra little mount. That thing really came in handy, and I find that that's actually really needed for this device because the adapter is a bit wonky, and if you're like moving it around, the audio does cut out. So you want to have the receiver, nice and steady. You don't want it moving around, or else you'll get like dropouts maybe in your audio, or just the quality overall changes. But as long as the receiver is not moving, then you won't have an issue with that. And for that client shoot, I actually used this setup on a gimbal, so the camera's moving around and stuff. I didn't get any dropouts in audio using that hot shoe mount. It kept the receiver and the cable nice and steady. So definitely a must-have for something like this. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like $50 for a wireless lav system. It's pretty unheard of. I've never seen anything kind of in that price range. Everything is usually like $100 and up. So this is just a great way to like start out. Stop using the internal mic, which you should never do. Don't use the in-camera mic. That thing is garbage. Fifine did a great job on this. I would have liked if they included a little hot shoe adapter, but we're creators. We find a way to get around things and kind of just jerry-rig our own setups. So if you want to check this mic out, click the link in the description. It's an affiliate link. It helps out the channel. Hope this video helped you guys out. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for another under $50 camera accessory that you guys should definitely check out. Peace.